Wow, those are great questions. Can I just say before I start answering them, remind me if I miss anyone out, because there's quite a few things you asked me there. So I'll start with the first one. Okay. So the first one, you said what we've been doing as a ministry in this time. Well, obviously, like many other ministries and organizations and businesses, we've been impacted by this. We've had to cancel, obviously, all our events in this season. And so, I've been at home with my family as well. And there was some time where my wife and I were just talking and I guess just discussing about what's going on in this season. And I was saying to my wife, I feel a real sense of there's just a lot of, this is in the beginning of the lockdown, in the early days. I was saying to her, I feel a lot of fear in the atmosphere around us. But she also felt that when we went shopping every now and then, to get some groceries and things like that. And I said, I feel like there's a vacuum being created that we need to release a sound into. And when I said we, I guess I was feeling like the church. And that went on for a while. And I said to Rebecca, I think we should just try out doing like a worship and prayer night and just try to just stream that online. And, it was a massive learning curve. And so we just put it on, and I just put a message out on my Instagram and said, hey, would anyone be interested in, we just wanting to put out a night of worship and prayer and just stream it from our living room. And so we just did the first one. I put it on my Facebook page, and there was quite a few people that did watch, and it was great. And then we thought, well, let's do it again. So we did it again the second night. And I think by the second or third night, there was just this sense that God was in this, not because people were watching it, but it was just because there was a sense of this is what the Lord is calling us to do. And it felt like He answered that thing I was feeling inside of that vacuum. I felt like we needed to release a sound of worship and prayer. So we started on the 24th of March. And tonight we're going to be on night 36. So it's been every night for an hour. Wow. From 8:30 to 9:30. And we've seen incredible things happen. People healed, people saved, people encountering God, changing atmospheres in homes, and it's amazing to see those things happen. But as we started doing this, it was clear to us that one, God was commissioning us to do this because there was a grace to do it. And by the way, a grace to do it doesn't mean it's not hard or doesn't mean it's not challenging. We could just sense God on it. So we just stepped and leaned into this more. And we just started to feel the momentum build. And then the Lord starts to speak to us about 2 Samuel 6:11. And it's the passage where the Bible talks about Obed-Edom. It's a guy who hosted the Ark of the Covenant in his home for 3 months because a guy was judged for trying to touch the Ark, a guy called Uzzah. And so David was scared, and so he didn't want to take the Ark back to Jerusalem as he was originally planning. So the Ark was taken into this guy's house called Obed-Edom, and he hosted the Ark in his home for 3 months. And so the Lord said that, the Bible says clearly that when he did this, the Lord blessed his household and everything he had. And so the news got to David, and David got jealous and decided to get the Ark back from Obed-Edom. And so we really felt that in this season, the Lord is calling us to host His presence. So that's been a personal word to us. But then we realized it's actually a word that connects with the wider church, that the Lord is breaking the church out of the four walls, which He has done that. We've been singing the song, Spirit Break Out, Break Our Walls Down. We had no idea that it was going to start in this way, manifest in this way. And I'm not trying to say God is behind COVID-19 in that God has initiated it. I'm just trying to say God is using this to break the church out of the four walls. And here we are, the Lord is breaking us out, and He's actually wanting us to be more effective. And I think the home is going to be a center for that. So our homes are going to be centers for revival now. And it's not just going to be us going to the church, but our homes, we're going to start to host the presence of God, and communities will be much more impacted in that way. It's like instead of them coming to the church, we're going to be taking the church to the community.
Wow, that's awesome.